Hey everyone, welcome back. Adam here with Indie Farm Life. So if today's video has a theme, it is convenience, or perhaps luxury, depending upon how you look at it. So I want to give you guys an update on the outdoor shower. I have done a ton of work to it since you last saw it, and I also have a few tools to show you guys that kind of fit that convenience or luxury theme. One of which is actually right here on the outdoor shower. So if you will recall, the whole idea of having this shower right here is to make the pond experience all the better. To clean up after a long day out there, get the sand off before you come in the house, or for me when I'm working in the hot summer sun, take a quick shower before I run into the house. Just a nice thing to have. So let me again show you how this is all set up. So you're coming out of our basement door, up the walkout, we have this asphalt path out across the bridge into the shower. We're again using garden hoses. We have a hot, a cold, and then a hose bib here. Let's go ahead and turn the hot and cold on for you. And that's the exhaust for our tankless water heater, which you just heard kick on. And we'll turn this hose bib on as well. Someone needs to spray, but that's neither here nor there. Got the nice asphalt path up to the bridge, and I do have some hanging string lights that go all the way across here and zigzag their way out. I'll get you guys a night shot of that because it's pretty cool. I cleaned up my edges on the bridge with some exterior boards there to kind of give it a nice finished edge. Stained the bridge with a Thompson water seal, for longevity purposes. And as we come out this way, here is the outdoor shower. And it turned out better than I ever could have imagined. Added a bunch more of that river rock, a few of the big boulders from around the property. Have this nice little stoop back here. And brought in about 20 or so yards of dirt to bring this entire area up. This is going to get seeded with grass seed this fall. Haven't quite got there yet because I still need a little bit more fill dirt. But this whole area looks so different. If you remember, I think there were 5 pipes coming out of the shower. Those have all been manifolded into one and discharged down here. And there is one pipe that bypasses the side of the shower to bring a bunch of rainwater around it and down, which is this guy right here. Not entirely sure I'm going to finish this just yet, but I left it long enough to be able to mess with it if I need to. It runs right through here on this side of the shower and ties into that pipe. If I have a picture of that, I'll show you. For now, I just threw a shower curtain on here. Obviously the wind whips this thing around quite a bit, and we are going to get leaves falling in here through the door this fall if we don't do something. So I will improve upon that next year, but let's take a look at the final product. Very, very pleased with the way this came together. Again, these are old hearthstones that we have from the house we did not use, so basically free. Car siding from the house when we built it, free. Old milled up lumber that had been laying around for years, free. Got a niche over here, a niche over there, and with this diverter we can do shower head, the rain head, combination of the two, or hit this hose bib back here to have hot water, softened water if we want to wash cars, or you want to fill up pools at the beach for the young kids, etc. Pop this thing on to show you guys that it does work. So you tell me, convenience, luxury, both, I don't know. I would say this one falls into the luxury category. There's still a lot to clean up out here to make this area look really nice, but the shower itself has been fantastic, and I probably have showered out here more in the last 3 or 4 weeks than I have actually in the house. The polycarbonate roof was a last minute addition. I wasn't planning a roof on this at all to begin with, but it has already kept so much trash out of here, all the leaves and sticks and walnuts that are falling down. I don't know if you guys can see the steam rolling off that or not, but we're definitely not losing that much heat through those garden hoses laying on the ground. Like I said, I will get you guys a night shot of all of this when these string lights are on and the shower is kind of steaming and functioning. It's just a really cool ambiance, and I'm really excited with how this all turned out. Like I said, better than I expected. A great addition to the pond experience. So I mentioned I also have some tools to show you guys, one of which is this hose reel right here. So this is from Draft Tools. I knew when I built this I wanted to have just another water source out here aside from the shower to be able to use to wash cars or power wash the tractor or the backhoe, or just have another place for people to come up here and rinse their feet off after being covered in sand before they either go inside or hop in their cars and drive home. And I call this a convenience or luxury item because it's retractable. I mean, you guys know me, I'm not that lazy, but If you can save a few minutes by putting the hose back away on a reel like that versus having to manually crank it down, all day. I really like this one, namely because this hose is 115 feet long. Most retractable reels you find at big box stores and whatnot are, I think, between 70 and 90 or 95 feet, maybe 100, but this is definitely one of the bigger ones on the market. The length is one thing, the auto retract is another. But what I think is the best is the auto retract with the guide, so you know it's gonna stack up as it should, or actually not stack up. It'll stack next to itself instead of building and building until it smashes against the top. If you've used a hose reel or electric cord that auto reels and doesn't have this, you know what I'm talking about. Got a pretty good spring in it too. I'm slowing it down with my hand because this thing wants to run. It's also easy to take down in the wintertime, so you lift this pin right here and this whole front section lifts off. It's a plastic bracket, which I think's okay, but a metal one would be nicer, but I think this will work just fine. Convenience item number 2, or perhaps number 3 if you count the shower, is going to be this vacuum system from Draft Tools. All these tools have a theme. They're retractable. You take the coiling, cable, hose management out of the equation, and people love it. Well, I love it. And I apologize for the terrible lighting in here. The sun is just doing its thing right now. This is effectively a shop vac that you mount to the wall. The emptying bin's on the bottom. Got all your tools right here. And this baby's got a 30-foot hose. Running out of real estate in my garage to keep walking. Had to double back. So with a 30-foot hose, you can pretty much reach wherever you need. Obviously the car, my wife parks her Jeep right here, no problem. I do love that for once with this, I can leave the vacuum where it is and not have to drag it around with me. The hose is just long enough, right, that you're not reeling the shop vac behind you and then it hits a rock in the driveway and it falls over and crashes and you curse. What's also really nice is you don't have to walk back to the unit every time you want to turn it on. It's got a remote right here on the handles, so you can just turn it on at will. Here's a package from Amazon, it probably weighs a pound or 2. Kickball. Certainly not short on power either. Again, this thing has the guide feature on it when it goes to wrap itself back up, so it's not going to stack up on itself. It'll keep just working its way across, which is really nice. It does have the option to do wet vacuuming if you want. I'll keep the nasty messes for the shop vac I bought, 15 years ago. If you're not familiar with Draft Tools, I think like 90% of what they sell are retractables. They're trying to corner the market on retractable sledgehammer. 3/8 inch, 50 foot. There's one I'm really excited about. It is this one. I am so sick of fighting the hose I have laying out here in the barn. I put it kind of low so that my leader hose would actually reach down to the air compressor. Let's give it a whirl. All right. First thing I'm going to say about this that I already like, this one does exactly what I wanted it to do. Clicks. I love that. I hate being 30 feet, 40 feet away, 50 feet in this case, and not hearing that click and not knowing when I can let go. So luxury or convenience, you decide. I get pretty excited about little things like that, those retractables. As someone who for a long time didn't have any of those things, being able to put away a hose reel or an extension cord on demand, have it on demand, and not have to coil up cables, that's kind of a big deal. You save time and just the end of the day frustrations and headaches. When you want to be done with a job, you can be done with it. I do think I'm going to throw the outdoor shower in the luxury category though. I'm going to get you guys a shot of this at night. It's absolutely awesome. I love it so much. It's a shame that, you know, the summer season's kind of winding down and we're going to be putting this thing to bed for the winter soon. But we'll have it next spring. These lights are really cool too. You'll see those in a moment. I'm going to link those below, along with all the other products if you just want to see kind of more information about what some of these tools cost. All those links are down below. And I'll also link a bunch of the stuff I use on the shower, the trims, the valves, etc. If you guys want to try your hand out at building your own and you wanted to see what I used. Hopefully this looks as good on camera as it does in person. It's starting to rain right now too, which is awesome. But a nice ambiance. Got a fire going out there in the distance, and I just got the water going, warming up. I don't know if I mentioned the rain head actually lights up, which is kind of cool. Looks a little dark in there, I guess, on camera. I do want to show you these lights in more detail. Comes with an app. Check this out. So obviously make them brighter. You can have all kinds of fun though. They'll do pretty much anything under the sun you want them to. A little crazy at times, but kids like it. I like it. Just a nice little addition to make things, you know, a little more unique. Let's go back to candlelight here. That's better. So if you have any questions about how I put this together, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.